Hi all, Hal here with more Empyrion, Galactic Survival, and happy Wednesday. And so what we're doing today is, like I said last time, is we're going to be doing a little bit more on the build for the CV. And as you can probably tell, I went a little crazy with the coloring and texture tools. So I'm not sure what we're going to end up with. I'm just trying out some different ideas as far as the textures and patterns and everything are concerned. But I wanted to show you what we've been working on. Yeah, I know this is probably an eyesore, but this is what we're working with so far. So I'm thinking that I'm probably going to tone down the walls a little bit. It's very busy in here, and this actually carries through the whole ship right now. But so what I am planning on doing is, as you can probably tell here, is that we have a like two landing areas, so we'll be able to basically have two of our small scouts or even a couple of medium ships. This is also the dividing line that we have here will also be the center line marker for larger ships that are going to be docking. I should be able to get a fairly large SV in here, so we'll just see how that actually works out as we get further along in the progress. So I have been working a little bit, like I said, on the ship. As you can see, I've put in a lot more lights. We've actually done, again, some just texturing ideas. I'm trying to figure out what works and what doesn't, for especially for the areas like this where you have large open areas. Some of the patterns work really, really well for it, and I think what I'm going to end up doing is a combination of things. So where, like here where we have this, I think I may keep the light tiles like this in the center. And then for the side, that's the texture tool, right? I'm thinking maybe something like this to help break it up a little bit. Because I'm finding that, you know, having something a little bit more interesting as far as the patterns are concerned. See, I think I like that better. I think that works better for the way that the general design of the ship is going. This also allows me a little bit more freedom in the way that I do things for the ship overall. Because I may just go ahead and do this. I'll just add another. I'll have to add another row of blocks here to cap that off. This is basically where the nacelles are going to start. I'm going to be making some blocks. So this episode we're probably going to have a lot of cuts, just simply to allow us to get in and around some of the manufacturing process, because that is going to be a long, tedious process. But I'm not sure how long everything's going to run, so we'll see. And I think I like the way that came out right there. Alright, so as you can see, we're starting on the walkway that's going to wrap around the ship. Again, I'm playing with some ideas. I'm thinking that what I may do is, since we have the lights or the windows on this side, what I might do is here where we have windows inside, I may actually make this a solid piece. And basically that'll allow me to start stylizing the side of the ship to be able to start bringing it in, so that we will have our forward bridge area. Now I have decided what I'm going to do for the bridge. Okay, let's put the jump pack on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up with a lounge area up here at the fore portion of the ship on the bow. And then we will have a raised area back here where we're going to have the control center. Still not sure how I'm going to get access to the control center, so that is something that I'm going to have to plan around. But as we get further along, I'm thinking what I may do is have something like one of these areas here lead into a small hidden stair area. So basically we'd have stairs coming down like this into the hallway, maybe drop, so maybe for starting here on that second brick. I know it's dark on this side, I apologize. So basically, let me try it from this side where we have a little bit more light. Okay, so you see where we have basically a hallway here. Let's See if this makes it a little bit easier for everybody. There we go. So where we have this little hallway here, I'm thinking right here at the cut, start some stairs going down. It would really help if the bloody thing was not so twitchy. But have some stairs coming down off to the side here that would come into the hallway over here somewhere. But I'm not sure how this is going to work. It will be interesting, I hope. So we'll see. All right, so that's basically what we were working on. Let me show you what we've done as far as interior stuff is concerned. And on the way through, I'm going to go ahead, like I said, really, really busy stuff, right? What the intent is with the storage boxes is that they will be color-coded. Right now, anything that does not have anything in it is that neutral tannish flesh tone. Anything that does have stuff in it is color-coded. So the green is the power, so all of our miscellaneous overflow power that hasn't been taken over into the engineering section will be here. The blue is for the building blocks. And then we'll have some other things like maybe back here we'll have one that's red for ammo and another one that's an off red or orange for the weapons. You know, there's just things like that. Basically trying to figure out, again, you know, what works, what doesn't. I did go back to the old color. This is the color that these the crafting stations used to be. I find that I actually like it, and I think it works well in the space, mainly because there's so much gray in here already, but it works really well in contrast to the hazard lights. In here, we haven't really changed much, except for at each of the doorways throughout the ship, we're going to be using these pads. Basically, what it looks like is that it's the sensor that opened the door. So when you walk past it, it opens. It's just a bit of a visual cue that there's something there to worry about. So we come up in here, and as you can see, we went, you know, a little bit more conservative in here. We went with the, I'm referring to as the Apple panels on the walls, and we have the vent, the lit vent areas here. I thought that looked really well and works really well with the idea that this is a greenhouse. Basically, this allows you to, you know, you could say this is your environmental controls if you wanted to. And then we have the access panels that also have vents, and as you can see, the vents are sloped towards the windows, so basically the idea is that's what keeps the windows clean, you know, just putting little thoughts into the detail work like that. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any questions or comments, you know, throw it, you know, down in the video, you know where it's at. Anyway, so we now have this. As you can see, I did fix the clipping problem that we had. So basically what it looks like is that when you texture, or when you use certain textures on one face of the block, because this was not a solid wall here, it was kind of wrapping around, and it was causing the block faces to drop out on this side. So I put another row of blocks in that fit the entire face, and now as you can see, it did fix the issue for me. I think it's probably similar to or related to what we were seeing before with the way that the voxel terrain works. Basically, the stickers that they have, these facing images, slightly wrap around the corner, so even when you're only doing it on, well, even when you do it on all of the entire block, the overlap causes problems where if things don't match up properly, it basically doesn't know how to handle it, so it just wipes the entire face. So, alright, so while we're here, let's go ahead and start putting, oh, you know what, I didn't bring with me, they're being manufactured. So, there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go put some light on this side so that we can actually get stuff done over here. Oh. There we go. And that should hopefully help light this area up a little bit so that everybody can see what's going on and we don't have it's quite so dark when we're working over here. Alright, so, and then there's two there. Okay. So that at least it gets us some work light. So yeah, basically what I want to do today is I'm thinking I may start working on the nacelles. I'm not going to use symmetry mode, at least to begin with, because what I want to do is figure out exactly how I'm going to build it. Once I have an idea of what I want to do with the nacelle and how I want to lay it out, actually I'll probably just do that work off camera and then actually do most of the work, the actual placement here on camera, and I may even do a bit of a mind lapse. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get this to where the other one was. Alright. It's always nice when things work out for you, right? Yeah, I have to say, I think I do like that much better. It's much more cohesive, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that'll work nicely. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a cut here. I want to get some parts running so we can start getting all of this stuff fixed in and in place. I also have a couple of more blocks to place here so that we can have the walkway over. I decided, yeah, I am going to go ahead and do the walkway, and then we're just going to cap over these things. Because it's a bit of a clipping problem here, and putting the walkways in, sort of fixes it. You still hang up on the lip here, but you don't hang up as badly as you do when there's nothing there and you're just walking across the top. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a cut, and we will be right back. Hi all, and we're back. And as you can see, I haven't really done anything on the nacelles yet. We will be adding those, but I think that's actually going to be next time at this point. I'm still working on the design. It's been a long day. So I've actually been working for a couple hours off camera now. As you can see, I went ahead and sorted this stuff out. We've actually got that on both sides. Let me show you what I've been working on though. Of course, I would pick the one side that has basically no lights on it. Let's go grab some lights because we need them anyway. Right, that's the blocks, lights. Grab those. Grab them both just in case, right? Falling down the stairs. Okay. So, let's show you what we've got going on over here. And we're going to grab these first. Are you not letting me... Oh, did I place that backwards? I think I placed that backwards. Oh. Yeah, I think I placed that backwards. Alright. So I'll show you what we've got going on anyway. So, let's go ahead and we'll end up replacing these, I guess, with other lights. So what did we do? We did 2 and then 1, 2, 3? Is that right? See, I don't remember. It's been so long since I worked with these now. So let's see here. Well, we've got 1, 2, yes, every third. Okay. So let's go ahead and drop there. So we go 1, 2, 3. Okay. That means I can take that one out since we have light here. Okay. So what we have is these are actually the stairs going up. So basically this will be a terminator here. I'm actually thinking about having a door going into engineering on this side. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do that. But it gives us something else to do up here. It basically just gives us another way through the ship if we need it. For the folks who have been following for a while, you know that I don't like having single choke points, simply because of the fact that they're not realistic in a lot of cases. You do want them in some places, but when you're talking about a ship like this, you generally want redundancies on getting through it so you can get to key areas as quickly as possible. Alright, so that being said, nothing has really changed in here. But what we will do is go down the hallway here and show you what we've been working on. So, this is mirrored on both sides. I actually need to finish that off. But as you can see, what we've done is we've gone ahead and cut the hallway here and given it this somewhat more of a round ending there to smooth out the lines a little bit. And then we're going to have the 2 stack windows. I'll show you the 2x1s. Okay, so we go here. We're going to go for the 1x2 sloped. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this, because I want that to follow the line of the stairs. So I'm thinking we're going to go there and there, and then I'll change that out, because that's one of the thrusters, I believe. Yeah, that's keeping us in place, but that will eventually be changed out for a regular block. The catch is that now I need to figure out how to do these, and I think what we're going to end up doing is that. I think we're going to have to mount these from the outside. Let's put the jetpack on so we're not sliding around quite so much. Folks from Eleon, if you're listening, would you mind turning down the twitch factor on the flight model, please? It is rather annoying. Okay. So what we end up with here is doing this, and then we will do that as well. And then we can come here and go that. See, I take that one out, and look at that. How does that work for y'all? And like I said, this will come out, and we'll have this basically come up and finish up here. I'm thinking that what we'll end up with is when you get up to the top here, it basically just levels out, because this is going to be our flight deck. So as you come up the stairs here, yeah, I'm going to need to put more windows in. So you end up with a nice view out here. You'll be able to see the nacelle. This is going to be closed off. You won't be able to walk out on here, obviously. But I do think what I'm going to do is replace some of the arm here, specifically the upper and lower arm areas, with our maneuvering thrusters. So we'll have a bank of thrusters on this. And then what we're talking about doing here is actually in between the windows. That layer here in the middle will also be maneuvering thrusters on both the forward and back. But I'm not sure, because with the main thrusters that we have, those things put out a ridiculous amount of power, so we will see how that actually plays out. And as you can see there's a little hint about what I've been working on up front, and we're going to go ahead and go take a look at that right now. Let's come down. We'll go through the easy way. Oh, hello. Yeah, we'll come through the easy way. So as you can see, that's your approach to the stairs. You can see some stuff up front. We're going to be putting in some more doors here shortly. As you can probably tell, I ended up replacing the blocks on the side here to go with those 3/4. Mainly to give us a little bit more of a rounded edge on it once again. Just, not that the ship actually has to worry about aerodynamics, but I figured it was a nice detail. And this is our forward lounge. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting in some of the picnic tables, the benches rather, some like dining facilities, as well as maybe like the bookcases and the TVs and stuff. This is basically going to be your rec room. The ship, like I said, is built for the idea around exploration, and I want to make it a comfortable ship for people to do that in. And as you can see, we do have this is completely sealed off. We were able to get, it's too bad that the system doesn't yet support an airtight seal, but we would be able to pressurize this given a future update that allows us to do so. But yeah, it came along nicely. I was really surprised at how well it came out. And while we're in here, let's go ahead and what I really need to do is to figure out a better lighting system. As you can tell, it's a little dark. So what I'm thinking I may end up doing is something like this, where we put a light in the corners here, and then what we will do is to soften that up, is maybe tone down the intensity but increase the radius on them, so that you end up with a nice soft glow in here. And we'll end up changing some of these lights around as well, probably play with maybe mixing some of the colors with the off yellow and the gray to even out the color a little bit in here as far as the lighting is concerned. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I don't have my surface tool with me, but that's okay, or my texture tool I should say. But yeah, so that's basically what we've been working on, and that's where we are right now. So I do think I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in, and hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed not only making it, but spending a little bit of time with you, and I wanted to just say, you know, I do appreciate you spending your time with me. So if you did like it, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions, you know the routine. Drop the questions down below the video, and I will do my best to get back to you in a timely manner. Again, I don't always make it. I do apologize if I miss you. It's nothing personal. It is just I'm out of time. And as I am out of time, I'm out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And we will see you back here tomorrow for more of the Space Engineers. And or see, today's Wednesday, so on Friday, either for more Empyrion or even 7 Days to Die. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. And now to go do math. I hate math.